Hello everybody. Just wanted to do a really quick update on Little Blue 2 and some of the repairs that have been going on. I didn't film the repairs just because time, has been a crunch. I am trying to clear out of Walter's house to get out of here on time because he is coming home very soon. And decided to fix Little Blue's hood, which had started to rust through again. And what I did was I just bought this Bondo for like $9 from Walmart. If you don't know how to use Bondo, I made a video a while back that showed the initial repair. But I've gone ahead and done a new repair. I didn't film it because it would have taken time and slowed things down. And I am pressed for time to try to get things done. So if you want to learn how to do Bondo, you can watch that previous video. You can also watch other videos on YouTube. But this is one of the repairs. This whole section right here, there was a section here about this big that rusted out completely. So it was like on nothing but rust. So what you're looking at here is completely Bondo. It isn't the best repair, and I'm going to probably maybe do a little bit more coating, or I might leave it just like this and sand it down. And then I'm going to just spray it with this cheap blue paint like I had previously. It's a terrible job, but it looks 100 times better than it does with a rust hole right here in the middle of the hood. Obviously, the headlamps are fogged up again. The sun does this. Florida sun and rain. So I'll be doing the toothpaste cleaning where I clean the headlights again using toothpaste and to shine it up and get it ready to go. You see I even bondoed a little bit of the plastic that had issues. Another thing that I am doing is I am going to repaint this roof right here. It has the white on it. That's not white paint, but the white roofing. It's called Kool Seal. And you can see it's pretty rough. I put it on about a year ago. I'm going to put another coating on, maybe even 2 coatings. I'm debating to remove this part or if I'll go ahead and paint the whole thing. I think I may just paint the whole thing white and make it look nice again. So this coating, for those of you who wonder what it is, it's kind of like paint, but it's not. It's like rubberized paint. See, it's flaking off here. But it's kind of like paint, but it's got kind of rubber mixed in. So when you coat something with it, it's a rubberized coating, sort of like paint. And it actually does work to cool the vehicle down. Like I can put my hand right here on it right now, and it's not hot. But then again, it's a cloudy day, getting ready to start pouring rain here in a moment. So I don't know if I'm going to film that or not because I've already shown how I did that previously. I don't think people need to see the same video twice, of me basically touching up. So I'll be going over it and just brushing some more white on everything, letting it dry, and calling it a day. What's been going on with this is the cooler, which I put a new tip on it from another bottle, which actually sprays like a mist. See how it mists out? It's designed to cool. And what I do sometimes, although my fan isn't working now. Remember I changed the resistor pack for the blower? It just died again. So now the whole thing isn't working again. Well, I'll try it. Maybe it'll come on. But sometimes it goes off and then sometimes it comes on. Some people think it may be the motor itself is actually the problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to turn it on. Hit the power. And now it's blowing again. So, but it's not blowing that strong. It's blowing. So, but the fan, to me, feels like it should be blowing stronger. It is blowing stronger right now, but not that strong. So it is working again. I think the blower itself, the fan blower from Charles doing some research, he told me that a lot of times when the transistor keeps blowing out, even after you put in a new one, the fan resistor or transistor, I think it's a resistor, the fan resistor pack keep burning out. It's because the fan motor itself is bad. So that might be an issue. I don't know if Charles said he was going to try to send me one. I might end up requesting it if that offer is still good. Although I don't know, it's still working, and I'm afraid of taking things apart and then it totally doesn't work. But yesterday the fan didn't blow when I turned it on, just like this, and now I don't know if you can hear it. It is blowing, and it's blowing even at the slower speeds. So what I do, because the air conditioner isn't working yet, and I haven't diagnosed it, I haven't taken the time. I'm sorry, Charles. I know. Charles actually works a lot in the background, and for those of you who don't know, he's one of the viewers, a loyal viewer of this channel, who I've kind of labeled the guardian of Little Blue 2. he's personally sent parts and instructions and stuff to try to help me get the vehicle running as smooth as possible. And the reason Little Blue 2 is still alive, because when I was getting ready to leave on my honeymoon, Little Blue 2 was, as far as I know, dead. You know, I was ready to just have her scrapped. But Charles kept sending parts and kept trying to encourage me to do what I could to get her running. And as of this moment, she's actually running very smoothly again, although the ABS light is still on. But I'm going to tell you a little repair I had to do the other day, which I noticed, which might be the reason Little Blue was conking dead for a while. But now let's talk about the fan and the water here, the squirter. I think it's foggy or something, which is why it's kind of misty looking. But this is the squirter, and what I do is I turn the fan on. Right now it's kind of cool because the sun's not out, but I will actually spray water into the hole right there like that. And even though the AC is not on, when the fan blows, the water going across the vents or a little bit inside the vent there, it evaporates. And when it evaporates, it cools the air down. Yeah, like almost like air conditioning. So then the air that blows out of here, even without the AC being on, is actually cold air that it blows at you. It's not like ice cold air, but it blows air that's probably about 10, 15 degrees cooler than what the air temperature actually is. So if it's 90 degrees outside and you do this, the air that blows at you is about like 75, 80 degrees. Wanted to show you a little tip for saving money. First off, you can fix this kind of stuff even if it looks bad. It looks better than it did to have a hole, that's for sure. And this was like a $8, $9 fix. Where's the, I'm looking for the release latch here. Okay, so you can see how there's rust everywhere here. See, there's rust right there. I don't know if you can see that rust. I may go ahead and fix that. Not may, I will do that. Since I have the Bondo and I'll be using it all up. But essentially, this is the rust that's here right now. The camera's like really foggy, but this is like how it rusted through. But on this side, it was completely through. There was no metal here at all. So I put Bondo here real quick. And I'm going to be putting some here too, all along this edge, to try to cover it up and keep it from busting through for now. It's not the most professional repair, but it's better than just letting it rot through. Now, a repair that is worth mentioning that can save you money is this, hoses. I don't know if you recall, originally when Little Blue 2 was having problems with misfires and stuff, we thought it could have been as simple as some of these air control and you know, emissions control things being wrong. So I actually saw that this pipe this hose right here, it wasn't this same one, was broken right here and fumes were coming out. So I bought a new replacement hose, the part that went from the air intake thing here all the way to, I guess that's the manifold. And believe it or not, that stupid little hose cost me more than $20. I think it was like $22 or $28. Yeah, $22 or $28 for a hose, which I bought, which I noticed the other day was cracked again at the same spot where it gets hot and it busted open. So I decided to get a hose, but this time what I did was I took the original broken hose and I went into Discount Auto Parts. I think it was Discount Auto Parts or Advanced Auto Parts, one of those stores, and asked them if I could get just generic hose, you know, one of the generic black hoses. And they have a little tool that has little size openings that you can put the hose on to determine which size hose you need. So I found this hose here, and I bought, you know, I measured roughly the length of that. It's a weird L-shaped curved piece that was here, but I just bought a straight piece of hose that was roughly the same length. And I bought some metal adjustment tightening cap thingies here, these little screw-on thingies to bolt it into, screw it into place. And also did the same with this back one here, which had been popped off. And I think that might be the reason the vehicle might have been dying, possibly. You can see how it got all dirty here from stuff blowing everywhere. But anyhow, this hose right here only cost me, like, with the clamp, was only like $2.80. Isn't that crazy? I had bought the one that was intended for it before, and it was like $28, I think. And it didn't last. It only lasted a couple months, and then it busted again. So now I bought a generic hose with the clamp, which will keep it from busting right there. And this hose is less than $3, so this is my little tip for saving money. So double check when you can, and I'm going to be doing that here very soon, your engine bay, and look for things like broken hoses and whatnot, and see if you can't maybe get a replacement. That may help with emissions. So right now, Little Blue 2 is actually running very well, considering that she's got 340,000 miles on her. This engine has 340,000 miles. And thanks to Charles, the PCM computer, the ECM computer was replaced. Also, the injectors were replaced. Spark plugs and spark plug cabling was replaced. The ignition coil was replaced. And of course, these hoses were replaced. And battery was replaced. But other than that, the vehicle seems to be running very well. Considering that initially I only paid like $700 or $800 for this vehicle, it's held up pretty well. It's lasted more than 2 years. But of course, all this stuff costs money. And Charles, you know, the guardian of Little Blue 2, actually spent it personally out of his own pocket and time going to the scrapyard to pull stuff like the visors, and he even bought like the resistor for the fan blower. So, you know, it does require some maintenance and repair. I'm not much of a mechanic, but thankfully for me, you know, the viewers on this channel, a lot of people watching this channel have a lot more technical or mechanical knowledge and know-how than I do, and have been very helpful. So I appreciate all of you who give me pointers and tips and suggestions. You have kept this vehicle alive, and I truly am grateful for that. The other thing is that this channel is surprisingly starting to, I guess, stand out as far as being one of the channels that are surviving. You know, it survived YouTube's cull, where they cut a lot of channels, where they didn't really drop, but they stopped monetizing like probably 80-90% of the channels. This channel is still monetized, but for some reason, even though we're getting like decent number of views, the advertising revenue has dropped like by 2/3. So the channel is actually hardly earning any money right now, even though we're still running ads. View is roughly the same, just maybe about 20,000 less than previously, but advertising revenue has dropped by about more than half, by 2/3. But to help kind of offset that, some companies are starting to look into sponsoring this. You know, we've already had the movie I Will Never Leave Him, that was produced by an independent film producer, which I think I'm going to go ahead and do a follow-up on that, because he's asked me if I want to do a follow-up advertising for him, so that'll be a paid advertisement. And another company is in process right now sending me some stuff or an item to review that might be useful to van dwellers and people living off-grid, so I'll be sharing that with you very soon. Personally, on reviews like that, I really don't get anything out of it. The video that I produce, I won't be monetizing, although I might be able to monetize, but I probably won't monetize it. But I feel that they're worth doing because they have items on there that may be useful to viewers of this channel, or viewers who are interested in living off-grid, viewers who are interested in new ways of doing things that may save electricity and power and money. So I'll be sharing that with you. It's essentially a cooling system that could be used that doesn't require as much electricity as an air conditioner. And the company said they'll give a discount code for viewers of this channel, so I'm doing that mainly pretty much for you guys, or will be doing that for you guys as a value feature for being a loyal subscriber and viewer of this channel. But that pretty much wraps up the updates and all the things that I can think of that's been happening over the last couple weeks. And I'll continue to work some more on Little Blue 2, and we'll show you more further updates. We will be moving back out full-time pretty much in about a month or so, unless I can find another suitable living arrangement, which I've been working hard on. Because trying to work 2 different jobs, 2 different shifts, and with all the legal and other issues that are currently going on, it's a lot all happening at the same time, you know. If I can get another place to stay, that's at least one thing that's stable. I'm trying to get some stability right now so that I can get myself back from basically the disaster that was my divorce from 8 years ago, 8 and a half. But anyhow, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I hope you found this video useful. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.